our next topic of the day, by Sean Nam via Boxing Junkie. Shout out to Sean Nam for getting the job over at Boxing Junkie. He's been a good sort of beat writer / blogger for a long time. It's good for him to get more of a steady gig at a outlet like Boxing Junkie, which is USA Today, for God's sake. He was talking to, let me get the exact name of the person right again, Bill Wagner, Executive Vice President of Programming for Fox Sports. And the gist of it is, I'm not going to read every quote because there's a lot of quotes here. Go read it if you want. But the gist of it is that Fox is doing great. We're highly invested in pay-per-views, and obviously we think that's not a big concern because we're doing 20 other free shows. So guys, quit bitching. But the part that I really want to highlight, because we can talk about maybe Fox's pay-per-view strategy if you want, Rob, but I feel like it's an obvious strategy that we know of at this point in time. It's not a mystery that Bill Wagner is all of a sudden portraying to us. Hey, this is what it's like behind the curtain. No, we know what it's like. We understand the system. But the last quote from this guy, the very last line I want to get to, because, oh my God, you thought, early 2021 Terence Crawford fight was bad. Oh, it gets fucking worse. Dramatic music time. Exact quote from Bill Wagner. Quote, "I think the interesting thing about the Wilder Fury rematch is that it paves the way toward two different promotions being able to work together, similar to what HBO and Showtime did a decade ago. I view that as a positive. Errol Spence in particular has a lot of great opponents. ... Just want to I like reading out ellipses. We already have a lot of fighters in the PBC stable. The Terence Crawford thing may or may not happen. We'll find out down the line." What the giant flying fuck is that quote? The Terence Crawford thing may or may not happen. We'll find out down the line. What in Jesus fucking Christ are you talking about, Bill Wagner?
Fuck boxing. Fuck boxing.
What are you doing? What?
What do you think about it, Broner?
Fuck that shit.
Oh, no, that's the same one. Where's my Broner one? There it is.
Fuck you and fuck boxing, brother.
I'm so glad you played the same one.
Yeah. Charles Martin just really hates boxing right now.
Hey, Charles, I'm with you, brother. First off, why? What gives you? I'm at a loss for words, Rob. I'll be honest. I read this quote because it was deep. It's literally the last quote. The last sentence in this article is that the Terence Crawford thing may or may not happen. We'll find out down the line per Fox executive. Bill Wagner, to use his exact name.
Wagner. Wagner?
Is it Wanger or Wagner? Wagner.
Wanger.
It doesn't matter. Billy, fuck you, Bill.
William.
Okay, that is such an asinine, ass-backwards, archaic way of thinking of the industry and the sport that, it's like we're listening to HBO and Showtime execs circa 2008. It's the same fucking shit.
It just didn't even need to be said, did it?
Well, especially when the first half of that paragraph is all nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilder Fury is paving the way for these fights. But, hey, we have a lot of great opponents for Spence. So I don't know if this, Terence Crawford thing may or may not happen. We'll find out.
Yeah,
wow, what?
Fuck what the public wants. Fuck best fighting the best.
I just want to know what was the logical, thought process for him to say that paragraph, to say that
out loud.
Because did he think?
Loud.
Again, I'm at a loss for words, guys. You can say, "Hey, early 2021," right? You can sort of put it off and dismiss it, but to come outright and say, "Yeah, this thing may or may not happen," point blank, full stop. You can't say that. That is, again, so negative, and it brings the sport back to an age where I think we all hated that rhetoric right there. We don't want to hear that from you, Fox, or ESPN, or DAZN, or Showtime. We're tired of that. All these motherfuckers don't have network deals, except for a few. And even then, they have outs in the contract.
If a fighter said that, they'd get absolutely destroyed online, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just didn't need to be spoken out loud to a reporter. So I don't know. Show even if you're inwardly in your team saying we don't need to fight Crawford, we got plenty over here, it probably won't even happen. He can go carry on fighting nobody. We don't need him. Spence is good here. But as an, I don't know, to put that out there as we're not even possibly going to even think, entertain this. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's a good look. But 1 minute we get a quote of early 2021, and that got a lot of people going 2021. Fucking hell! Like what? We've got to wait all that time, and now you read on, and it's like. Might not even be 3021, you know what I mean? It's
Just
it's
never.
crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I'm kind of like you. I don't know quite even know what to say about that.
You can't. I mean, like, again, I
like
don't.
Pay-per-views. If you're going to make pay-per-views, and for everyone saying, but what's Crawford done? He's not the star. But all I've been hearing this week is Errol Spence is a pay-per-view star. He's sold whatever it was against Mikey. People said that was because of Mikey. Now we're hearing it's gonna, it's gonna break 300,000, or is it has a chance to, whatever. But and that all the Latinos weren't there to buy that one. Spence is the star. So what does it matter whether Crawford, because Spence
And
is
even
doing
then, guys, like Triple G wasn't doing pay-per-view numbers, but look what he did with Canelo.
Yeah, it's all down to the other guy, right? The matchup.
I mean, the idea that like, Crawford is not a star, which I mean is like
one
loose.
of them was against Indongo, and the other one was against Amir Khan.
No, not Indongo. It's Postal.
Sorry, yeah.
Which is like loosely true if you want. You can say like Crawford isn't a star. Like you can say that. It may not be 100% true because his TV numbers are great, but whatever. Fine, say it. But then you probably then think that Triple G wasn't a star. So then why was Canelo Triple G such a gigantic pay-per-view draw compared to, let's say, Canelo Cotto? Because Canelo Triple G outsold Canelo Miguel Cotto, guys. Okay, the star with the non-star outsold the fight with 2 stars, or Canelo Chavez, or Canelo Lara. Like you can go down the list of fights. Canelo Triple G outsold them because of the matchup. Similar way, a Spence Crawford fight would do, and I said it on either the pay-per-view show I did with Fu or the review show with you, that would do insane numbers. Like I know that people don't think that, but I'm telling you. Spence Crawford does over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Easy.
Fox and ESPN pushing a pay-per-view.
It's not even a question that Spence Crawford would do over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Not even a question. And guess what? These two guys and this division overall, they don't get paid the same way that heavyweight is or middleweight is right now. So you can afford this and to still pay them a lot, right? They can still say, let's say they make $10 million each, right? With including back end money. Not guaranteed. Including back end money, they make $10 million each, right? So they make $3 or $4 million guaranteed, the rest in back end. They're still making money on this pay-per-view. Without a doubt, guys. Like I don't even know why this is a question or concern anymore. And again, to tie it into this article, if your strategy is to have these big pay-per-views, Spence Crawford is one of the biggest ones you can do. And it's bigger than Spence Danny Garcia. It is. It may not be bigger than Spence Manny Pacquiao, but it's definitely bigger than Spence Danny Garcia. And that's without a question.